It's no secret that I'm a fan of the Huawei Matebook X Pro. It's my daily driver. I ran a giveaway with Danny Wing It so that I could share some of the love with you. And if you haven't seen my review yet, you can watch it via the card and in the description. But clearly a lot of other people have really liked the laptop as well because Huawei have seen significant sales of their laptops in general since then. So with momentum on their side, Huawei have announced a new version of an already well-received laptop. And honestly, it feels like an exercise of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just update it. Now, the body of the 2019 Matebook X Pro is basically identical to the previous model. The screen is still incredible, and that high screen-to-body ratio is thanks to a relocated camera. Yeah, the pop-up camera is still in the same place, and it's literally one of the most confounding features that I can think of on a laptop. It is simultaneously a great security feature and one of the worst ideas in execution. Because if you remember my Matebook X Pro review, well, I was saying that this particular camera pointing up at your chin is far from ideal. Still, that means that the screen can remain as bezel-less as possible, and it is still a sight to behold. Colors look great, the brightness is where it should be, and it is a touchscreen. Now, regarding touchscreens, with my actual Matebook X Pro, I don't really use the touchscreen a whole lot, but Huawei is trying to take some inspiration from their smartphones so that maybe you can use it in some fashion. Screen capture has been made easier with the 3-finger swipe down that triggers a screenshot so you can edit via further touches. Drag a finger to outline an area or simply circle the area you want to have in the final product. Anyone that screenshots often will appreciate not having to do the keystroke and then pull up an editor to mess with it. Everything is built in. The latest version of the 8th generation Intel i7 appears here, along with upgraded discrete graphics in the NVIDIA MX250. The performance gains will have to wait for an actual test between this current Matebook X Pro and the new one. Also, the great speaker array is retained, once again giving the laptop very impressive sound capabilities, and the butterfly keyboard is still very comfortable to type on. My favorite update, and it's one that I've talked about a lot about the Matebook X Pro being one of the few flaws that it has, is that the Thunderbolt 3 port that is in one of those USB-C ports was only a 2-lane port. Now we have a full-powered Thunderbolt 3 port, which makes it even better when using things like eGPUs or Thunderbolt 3 enabled docks. Also, speaking of gaming, there were a lot of users out there talking about the thermals of the Matebook X Pro. Now, we're going to see if the updates are even better, but active and passive cooling have been slightly updated on the new Matebook X Pro 2019, so hopefully the cooling system is going to keep this from getting too hot. And finally, Huawei has brought in some real ecosystem improvements by adding in Huawei Share. This is more than just a wireless sharing system between the Matebooks and the Mate phones. Instead, a mixture of Wi-Fi Direct and NFC help make the communication as fast and seamless as possible. As this person demonstrates, it creates a pair between the phone and the laptop via that sticker. That's where the NFC chip resides. After that time, pictures from the phone can be instantaneously shot to the laptop via that simple tap. This feature is called One Hop, and I can see it being really useful, especially for smartphone photographers who need to edit their photos really quickly. You just tap on that little area with your phone, and boom, your photo is up on the laptop. You also have a shared clipboard, which can copy text from one device to be pasted wherever in the other. So what you can do is you can write some text on the laptop or on the phone, copy it on that device, and then when you hit paste on the other device, the text appears. It's pretty cool. And then finally, you can shake the phone and then tap the One Hop area and it will do a 1-minute screen recording of your laptop on the phone. It's a neat little feature and it adds to the ecosystem of the Matebook and also just to the Mate line in general for Huawei. You need to have a phone with EMUI 5.0 at least in order to use One Hop. But testing all of that will have to wait for my full review. If anything, I'm glad that Huawei didn't change too much of the already great established formula. In fact, they really didn't have to. Stay tuned for even more content from MWC as I'm hopping around Barcelona, Spain for the next week. I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, which might actually be very soon, I'll just remind you to enjoy your tea, everybody.